Hello and welcome to this modern cloud data engineering episode. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to create Azure Key Vault. We're going to see how you can create secret and authorize Azure Data Factory as principal in the Azure Key Vault to perform seamless data integration from Azure SQL Database to Fabric Warehouse. Before we go into the demonstration, let's understand what is Azure Key Vault. It is basically a cloud service that securely stores and manages sensitive information like keys, secrets, and certificates. It helps enhance security by centralizing the management of access to secrets, which reduces the risk of accidental exposure. Enough of talking, let's get started. So let's see how we can create Azure Key Vault within our resource group. So I'm going to use this Cornerstone Analytics RJ resource group, and then I'm going to click on create. This is going to take me to the marketplace where you can see the Azure and third-party services. I'm going to filter down to the Azure service only, and then I can see at the bottom here the Azure Key Vault service. So click on it, and then we're going to create a key vault. In the create a key vault under the basics, we're going to provide the name of the description and the resource group name. Now, these are automatically detected in my case, and we're going to provide under the instance details a unique and globally available key vault name. So I'm going to use this Cornerstone Key Vault 51, and I'm going to scroll down. So we're going to choose our region. So I'm going to maintain this East US region and maintain this standard pricing tier. So I want to click on next, and then we are in the access configuration tab. Now, by default or design, we have the permission model, which consists of Azure Role-Based Access Control, the Azure RBAC, which is the recommend, and the Vault Access Policy. Now, I'm going to use the Vault Access Policy for this demonstration. So this is selected and click on Review plus Create. So we can see the details of the key vault and click on Create. So this is going to be submitted for deployment, and in about a minute, it should be ready and provisioned. Now, while that is going on, we're going to come to this tab and let's see the source table in the Azure SQL database. So I'm going to click on this SQL database, Cornerstone Analytics database, and then I want to use the query editor to access the data. So I'm going to use the Microsoft Entra ID email address, and then in the query editor, I'm going to expand the tables, and then we have all these tables. We want to focus on the sales data. So let's just say maybe the top 5 rows. So I'm going to select star or top 5 star from sales data and run the query. And I'm going to collapse this, and then we can see we have the year, month, region, subcategory, product, price, quantity, and the sales columns. Cool. Now we're going to come to this app.powerbi.com because our goal is to integrate the data from the Azure SQL database to Fabric Warehouse. So I'm going to click on this in this 101 demo workspace. I'm going to click on this new item, and I'm going to search for warehouse. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to call this on prod sales WH and click on create. Okay, so the prod sales WH warehouse is provisioned. Now I'm going to click on this new SQL query because we want to create a table. So I'm going to paste this create table statement. So I'm going to call the table sales data with all this number of columns, such as the one we have in the source. Now I'm going to just write a simple select star. As we create it, we're going to actually select it immediately. So from sales data, semicolon, and then we can run all the 2 queries. Okay, so we can see the table has been created, and then we can see the structure of the table, the column names, and the appropriate data types. Wonderful. Now I'm going to come to this tab, and then we want to launch the Azure Data Factory. So this is Cornerstone Analytics ADF. So click on the Launch Studio. Okay, so this is my Cornerstone Analytics ADF. Now I'm going to click on this to expand, and then we want to go to Manage. Now in the Manage, we're going to create our linked services to the Azure Key Vault, Azure SQL Database, and the Fabric Warehouse. So click on the name, and I'm going to search for key, and we can see the Azure Key Vault. Click on continue, and I'm going to just call this one Azure Key Vault linked service, and I'm going to choose my Visual Studio Enterprise Azure subscription, and then I can see the Cornerstone Key Vault 51, and it's going to use the system assigned managed identity as the authentication method. So I'm going to click on test connection, and this should give us a connection successful. So click on create. So this has been created. Now we want to create another linked service to the Azure SQL Database, and click on continue. I'm going to call this an Azure SQL Database linked service. And then I'm going to choose my Visual Studio Enterprise again, and I want to choose my Cornerstone server, which is the server name. And for the database name, this is going to be Cornerstone Analytics Database. And then we're going to use the SQL authentication as the authentication type. And then for the username, which is the same thing as the server admin, you can always come back here and go to the home and click on the SQL server, and then we're going to see here the server admin. So Cornerstone admin login is my username. So this is populated automatically. Now the core part of this video is to focus on using the Azure Key Vault, typical of a production environment. So we highly do not recommend just typing the password, which is not good enough. So we're going to store the password in the Key Vault we just created. So I'm going to come to this tab, and I can click on go to resources because the Key Vault is fully deployed. So we can see the Cornerstone Key Vault 5.1, and then we can see the overview, and we want to go ahead and create a secret. So click on the secret, and then click on the generate import secret, and I'm going to call this one Azure SQL password, and I'm going to type in the password here. So we can see this is going to be enabled by default. So click on create. So this has been created. Now I can come back to the Cornerstone Azure Data Factory and switch to the Azure Key Vault. Now I'm going to be required to pick the Azure Key Vault link service we've created. Now this is going to fail because the Azure Data Factory do not have the authorization to access the secret in the Azure Key Vault. Now how do we grant this ADF the authorization? I'm going to come back here, and then I want to go to the access policies, and then we can create a new policy for the ADFs. So we have the keys, key permissions, secret permissions, and certificates. So I just want to grant the get and list for the key, secret, and certificate respectively. So click on next, and then we are in the principal. So we're going to grant the Azure Data Factory, which is Cornerstone Analytics, as the principal to access the Azure Key Vault. So I'm going to come in and type in Cornerstone, and then we can see the Cornerstone Analytics ADF, which is the name of the Azure Data Factory. So this has now been selected, and click on the next, and then just click on next, and then we can see the review, click on create. So we've just authorized the Azure Data Factory to access the secret. So I'm going to come back here, and in order to refresh things, I'm going to click on this intermediate step, cancel it, and then I want to click back on this and select the Azure Key Vault linked service. So we can see the secret name is now available for selection. So I'm going to choose the Azure Key Vault password, and then click on test connection. So this is going to give us a successful connection because there is an authorization on the ADF. So click on create. So we've registered the linked service. So we want to register one more for the Fabric warehouse. So click on continue. And then I will call this one warehouse linked surveys. And again, I'm going to choose my workspace. Now, the name of the workspace is 101 demo. So I'm going to come here and search for 101, and there we go. And I want to choose the warehouse, which is prod sales WH, and then we can see the authentication reference method as inline, and then we have the tenant ID, which is populated. Now we need two things. We need the service principal ID and the service principal key. For this, we're going to create a service principal. So I'm going to come to this tab, and we do this in the Microsoft Entra ID. You can come to this box and search for Microsoft Entra ID. So this is known as the Azure Active Directory in the past. So we're going to click on the app registrations, and then I'm going to click on new registration, and I'm going to call this one my app demo. You can call it whatever you like. This is going to be within a single tenant. In a future video, I'm going to see or show us how we can use the service principal, the app, across multiple tenants. But let's just focus on this. Click on register. So this has been created, and then we want to generate the secrets. So click on the certificate and secret, and then click on new client secret. So I'm going to call this one secret, and it's going to be valid for 180 days, 6 months. Click on add, and then we can say the service principal secret key. This is what we need. Now, this is not the key, this is just the secret ID, but this is exactly what we need. Now, I'm going to copy this into the clipboard, because once I close this tab or I refresh, I'm not going to be able to see this. I'm going to be prompted to recreate. So I'm going to store this quickly inside a key vault. So I'm here, can you see key vault? And then we want to create a new, come back to the secret, and then click on generate import, and I'm going to call this on service principal, and I'm going to paste what I copied in the secret value. Again, click on create. So this has been created, and I'm going to cancel this, and I'm going to come back here, and now we need a service principal ID. So to get the ID, I'm going to quickly come back here and go to the overview, and then we have the application client ID. So copy this into the clipboard, and then I can paste this directly as required. And then for the principal key, I'm going to switch to the Azure Key Vault, and then I want to pick the linked service for the Azure Key Vault, and then I'm going to click on the secret name drop down, and we have the service principal. So that's selected. I'm going to click on test connection, and this is going to fail, and I'm going to tell you why it's going to fail and what you need to do in order to make it successful. This failed as expected. Why? Because the app or the service principal do not have authorization to access our fabric item in the workspace. Now, in order to solve this problem, I'm going to come back to this tab, and then I want to go to the 101 demo workspace, and then we're going to click on this manage access, and then I'm going to click on add people or group, and I want to search for the my app principal we just created, my app demo, and I'm going to grant this a contributor role-based access control. Click on add, and this is added. When I come back here and click on test connection, and this is going to give us a successful connection. Okay, so this worked. Now I'm going to click on create. So we have the 3 linked services. Now I'm going to come to the author. In the author, we want to create our data set for the Azure SQL table and the data set for the Fabric Warehouse table. So in order to organize things, I'm going to click on this ellipsis for the data set, and then I want to create a folder. So I'm going to call this one source data set and click on create. And within that folder, I'm going to click on this ellipsis, and then we can create a new data set within. So I'm going to search for Azure SQL Database and click on continue. I'm going to maintain this name, click on this drop down for the linked service, and then we want to pick the Azure SQL Database linked service, and then we can pick the sales data table. So we're going to maintain this, click OK, and this is created. Again, we want to click on the ellipsis for the dataset itself. You want to create a folder, and we're going to call this one sync dataset and click on create. And again, I'm going to pick the newly created folder, the ellipsis, new dataset, and I want to set for warehouse, that is Microsoft Fabric Warehouse. Maintain the name, and I want to go to the linked service, and then we're going to choose our table, which is the sales data table we created. So click on this drop down and wait for this to load. Okay, so we have the sales data table, and maintain this setup, click OK. Now we have the data set for the source and the sync. Okay, so I'm going to come to the pipelines, click on this ellipsis, and then we want to create a new pipeline. So let me just close this. So we want to use the copy data activity and drag into the canvas, and let me just collapse this and maintain this name. Let's go to the core part, which is the source. So we have the data set already created. So I'm going to click on this, and then we want to pick the Azure SQL table and click on the sync, the destination. Again, I'm going to pick the warehouse table. So I'm going to click on validate, and I'm going to see this direct copying data to warehouse using copy command is not supported for the specified source. Please enable staging. Now, how do we do this? Let me just come to this tab, and let me go on quickly. I'm going to go to my storage account, and I want to use this my VS code storage accounts as my staging platform. So I want to go to the containers and then I want to create a new container. I'm going to call this one staging container. You can call it whatever you like. Click on create. And this is created. I'm going to come back here and then now to enable staging, I'm going to go to the settings and then I'm going to scroll up a little bit. So we have the enable staging. So you can read all of this if you have time, but let me just click on this and we're going to create a linked service for the staging. So because when I click on this, I'm not going to see any link service. So I'm going to click on this name and then I'm going to maintain this name, go to my Azure subscription quickly. And then I want to pick the storage account, which is my VS code, and then click on test connection. This is going to be successful. Click create. And this is going to be created. So we're going to provide the storage path for our staging within the newly created link service of my Azure block. So I'm going to click on this browse, and then I can click on the set staging container that contains nothing. Click OK. And as soon as I click OK, let's see what happened. I'm going to just close this and click on validate again. That solved the problem. So I'm going to close this and click on debug to fire the copy data activity. So I'm going to just wait for about 3 minutes and let's see the results. Amazing, this succeeded. Now I'm going to click on this copy data activity name and then we can see the details. So we can see the source, which is the Azure SQL Database resident in East US region, and then we have the Azure Blob Storage staging platform, and then we have the destination, which is the Microsoft Fabric. So we can see data read just about 28 megabytes, and then we have the data rating about 70 megabytes, and then we have the number of rows 7276752, and then we have the 276752. Then we can see other information, which is cool. Now let's come to the warehouse and check this out. I'm going to come here, click on this sales warehouse, and let's just to manage things. I'm going to just say the top 10 from the sales data. Click on the run, and there we go. So we have all the data. So let's just count to be sure we have the same number of data rows. So count around the star and let's run the code. Okay, so we have the 276752. So this is how we can use the Azure Data Factory and Azure Key Vault to perform seamless data integration from the Azure SQL Database to Fabric Warehouse. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, like, comment, share, and follow me for more videos. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.